everybody, thank you for watching. Today I'm here with injured Brett, and if you guys didn't see my last video, I mentioned that Brett had just gotten shoulder surgery, so thanks for being a trooper and coming in this video with me today.
Being a trooper.
You're a little pooper trooper. So when I first saw someone post this video, I clicked it because I was like, they're gonna be talking about their first time, like that's really weird. But it's actually just a video where we answer some questions about our first time doing certain things. I only looked through like 1 or 2 questions, I didn't wanna spoil it, so we're gonna go through, answer some of these questions, and hopefully you guys...
So what is this about? Like what are we...
It's called My First Time, so I'm guessing it's like a bunch of our first time moments. Like your first time doing this, your first time doing that, not our first time together, you know. So I have a list of questions and we're gonna answer them for you. Question number 1, do you still talk to your first love?
No.
Who was your first love?
Pam Anderson. I really didn't have a love before you, honestly. I've never really truly been in love.
So then you do still talk to your first true love?
Yeah, you're my love. You're my first true love. I don't really have, honestly, I mean I had relationships, but I was never in love with anybody. First true love, standing right next to me, or sitting right next to me.
Okay.
Sorry for the boring answer, but it's true.
No, I know, and I feel like you're my first true love, but
my
first, I know, yeah. And my answer is no, I don't. Like my first boyfriend before him, I only had like 1 real boyfriend that we dated for like 2 years, so.
Right.
But
so
no,
never
we
had
do not
like
talk
a
anymore.
relationship like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Question 2, what was your first job?
Does it count if you worked at your parents' place?
Yeah, your first.
Okay.
BC.
Nice.
Your first ever job where you got paid for, like where you were getting money.
I guess I worked for my mom. She used to own a cafe in a place like down by the shore where we live, and I actually got this scar. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's right here.
Careful.
It's okay. I was delivering, like, she worked at a cafe, so it was only open from the AM to like 3, 6 AM, 3, whatever like that. And I was delivering actually a couple things on a bike, like this old bike. They had like some type of bike that I was never able to use. I usually did all my deliveries on foot, and I remember I hit something on the sidewalk and I fell off. And then there's that little horn that like,
yeah.
You know, that horn? That was like sharded, it was broken, so my wrist sliced it when I was off. But I did get paid for it. I made like sick tips that day because of having a bike and being able to do the...
How old were you?
That was it. Freshman year of high school.
So you were 15?
Yeah, 14 or 15.
My first job was at Starbucks. I think I've told you guys about that. I worked there for 3 or 4 years. When I got the job, my sister was already working there, and I was so excited to get this job that when I went in for the interview, I'll never forget, I wore a green skirt and like a black collared shirt, so it was like Starbucks colors. So I thought like me going in Starbucks colors, like I'd definitely get the job, and
Hollister.
I was way too excited. Yeah, like the Hollister, little, I know. No, I never popped my collars. I always
That's a lie.
No, I would wear like double.
You double collar.
I would double collar it, but I never popped it.
Yeah, but you double collar popped it. Double collar popped it.
Who was the first person who texted you today?
Dan Major.
You know for sure?
Yeah.
You're so funny. I have to see.
You're not gonna. Oh, he actually might watch this. You texted me, dude, at like 8 o'clock talking about what you ate this morning.
It was Nicole Guerrero, and I'm gonna play for you what she sent me. Literally, my favorite thing of life was when she says, ma'am, 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 and the newest one is fob, like a fob, a little fob to get in places. So she always sends me voice notes of her saying it, so I'll play it one more time for you guys. Ma'am. Who's the first person you thought of this morning?
Well, I looked at you, so probably you, because you were sleeping next to me.
Damn right, that's your answer.
She kept falling back asleep after
the
alarm.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like, I love watching her fall back asleep because she loves to sleep in the morning, like, more than anything. So, like, I'll wake her up and be like, babe, and she'll just like...
Well, we've been sleeping on the couch downstairs because he can't really sleep, like, laying down. He has to sleep, like, up.
Yeah.
But I remember today, like, I fell asleep, like, 10 extra times. But it was so dark, that's why. But do you remember today when I fell asleep and I was like...
Yeah,
with my mouth wide open. I opened my eyes and I like caught myself, and he's staring at me with the biggest smile on his face. I'm like...
Just looking at it. One day I'll get it on Snapchat, you guys will see.
And of course, him, because I'm his little caretaker, so the second I wake up...
throw up on their keyboard. Really?
What?
Is that you thought about me?
Yeah, the first person I think about is the first person I'm seeing, which is your face, staring at me, making fun of me because of how I slept.
Just being honest.
Just being honest. Question 6, who was your first grade teacher?
Miss Farrar.
Farrar, you're so quick.
Yeah.
First grade.
Yeah.
Oh my God, first grade was Miss Frankel.
Oh yeah, Miss Frankel.
I had Miss Frankel. I loved her.
And I had her the next year, because I'm 3 years older than her, so I had her in 2nd grade.
She moved up?
No, I think she moved down.
They moved down by the time I had her. But she was literally one of my favorite teachers ever. It sounds a little bit weird, but at the time, like, at the end of the school day, I always give her, like, a little back massage before I went to my bus. Like, she was the sweetest little lady ever.
Yeah, when you're young, you just want to, like, be a teacher's
pet.
friend.
Yeah, of course. Who was your first best friend, and do you still talk to him or her?
My first best friend? Yeah.
Who's your first best friend?
It depends. So we're not talking about siblings, so I would say, probably say Brian Ross, because he was like the kid I hung out with, and then that's how I met you.
That was my neighbor, which is
that
weird.
was his neighbor. I was her neighbor.
His.
And that's how that picture of us as like a little couple, like me with my arm around her, it's because of this kid, Brian, that I was able to meet her, basically, because they lived next to each other, so. Brian Ross.
Thanks, Brian Ross. It's all your fault.
Thanks, bud.
And my first best friend is still my current best friend, Nicole Gandino, Glow by Nicole. We met going into 5th grade. Her sister and my sister were really close friends, and I'll just tell you the quick story because it's like something I'll never forget. Her sister was sleeping over my house, and Nicole came to pick her up with her mom, and she came up to ring the doorbell, and I was literally in my pajamas with like my afro hair, and I answered the door, and she was like, "Hi, I'm here to pick up Taylor," and I was like, "Hi, I'm Carli, Amanda's sister." And literally that day, later on AIM, we were like instant messaging each other, and it was like back and forth, like, "Oh my God, you're so pretty. No, you're so pretty," and then we became best friends. Isn't that funny?
Hi, Moo. Hi.
Hi. She's my Moo.
That's what you guys talk about. They're like, hi.
Hi, Moo. Hi. Mooey, I hope you're she's probably not even watching this. But if you are, Mooey, I love you.
I mean, she couldn't be watching this because we're recording.
Well, maybe when we upload it.
Posted, maybe she'll watch.
Where was your first sleepover?
My mom is actually one of the cooler moms. Like, I noticed growing up, a lot of my friends' moms were always like so strict about having sleepovers and stuff. My mom was always like, as long as they're coming to my house, I don't care. So I had a 3rd grade sleepover birthday party. I remember.
Did you?
Yeah, it was crazy. We turned up like little freaking
wild animals.
Wild animals. I remember we stayed up all night. I made them watch Fast Times at Ridgemont High. If you've ever seen it, there's like a part where like boobs come out, and we were all like, you know, it was fucking so funny. So 3rd grade, yeah, I had a bunch of randos too. Like they were all from my class, some like family friends. It was crazy, but it was fun. I remember it like it was yesterday.
And that was your first ever sleepover?
Probably. I mean, I've had sleepovers with my cousins. You know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom, for allowing me to do that. You were always
Barb.
a cool mom.
Barb, you're such a cool mom.
I think other moms like looked at her like she's a crazy bitch.
Yeah.
She just likes to have all these kids at her house, but.
I feel like I'm gonna be that mom.
No.
Like I'd rather everyone at our house.
Because my dad was always like pissed that we would play on the lawn because he liked to maintain the yard and everything, keep it all nice and fresh looking, all that stuff. So he always came home, and whenever we saw him coming from the distance, we'd like all run inside or something. So I feel like I'm gonna be like that, like get off my lawn. But I'm not gonna be mean. But
wouldn't you rather everyone, like the kids at your house, so you can
when they're drinking at an older
on.
age, like I don't even want them drinking, but yes. But when they're young and annoying and want to like do things and have you take them everywhere, no, go to your friend's house, have them worry about it.
You say that now.
Yeah, exactly.
My first ever sleepover. That's honestly really hard. It's either a tie between my old next door neighbors, Danielle and Brittany, who were my best friends, and I was there every day. It was either that or my friend Ashley Franklin. We were friends since like preschool, and I used to sleep over there every day, and we used to pretend to be Mary Kate and Ashley.
Considering your blonde.
What? No, like everyone thought we kind of looked alike. Her name was Ashley, so I was Mary Kate, and we used to dress, and like I'd be in pink and she'd be in the exact outfit in blue. We'd go everywhere together in the same outfits and just lie and say we were twins. So it was either her. Speaking of first best friends, I feel like they may have been my first best friends before Nicole. Who was the first person you talked to today? I don't know, maybe you?
It's not a great question
I know.
for us.
Well, I didn't make up the question, so. What was the first thing you did this morning?
Go to the bathroom. I just said it.
Did you poop?
No, I peed.
Okay. What was the first thing I did this morning?
Woke up 12 times to go back to sleep.
And then came on and cuddled with you because it's so sad, like I can't even like hug him. I'm so used to just like always being like
I don't even need the sling, and I'm not like wearing it on purpose, but when I'm sitting or I'm in an upright position, I need to have it in this type of, just for the first week, because I only got this on Thursday. But sooner or later, if we had done this next week, I wouldn't even be in a sling, so I'll be alright. You're still able to cuddle me. I don't want to.
Barely. What was the first concert you ever went to?
I would say I went to Summer Jam with Tom and Justin. We sat like 4th row. It was sick. And this is when Lil Wayne had Lollipop out. And him and Kanye did the remix, and Wayne brought Kanye out. If you actually watch the documentary, you can see it on YouTube. There's in the crowd, like Lil Wayne is about to drop Lollipop and Kanye is about to come out. You see, I had a red DC shirt. I took the red shirt off and I was twisting it in the air. And in the documentary, you could see the crowd and someone doing that in the air, and that's actually me. So it's pretty funny. But that was the best concert I've ever been to. I saw every single person.
You mean you don't prefer the country music concerts I've taken you to?
I mean, no, obviously not. I love you, but I don't love that.
My first concert was the Spice Girls, and it was so sad because it was right after Jerry left, so it was only 4 of them, and Jerry was my favorite. So, but it was still like one of the best concerts ever. I'll never forget it. What was your first broken bone?
I broke my finger.
Yep.
When I was a senior in high school.
Show them how big it is. Oh, you can't. Compared to how the other one is.
I see.
Because he's a little rod in it. How did you break it? Again, I forget.
So, senior year, like the 5th game into the season, our starting quarterback got hurt, and the backup came in, John O'Keefe. He's probably not watching this, but he threw a pretty crappy ball. Like, it was a duck, and it was wobbly, but it's not to say that he always threw like that, but it was a bad throw, and I caught it, but what happened was when the ball came in, it was just such an awkward spin and spiral that it just pushed my finger back, and what happened was my finger was like, my knuckle was over here, and my finger was just off. Like, I'll never forget, it shocked me. I got up and I looked at it, I'm like, holy shit, something's wrong. Like, I need to go in, blah, blah, blah. So I tore every ligament in the middle link of my finger, and they did immediate surgery that night to repair it. I really had no choice. I wanted to just tape it up and keep playing. Kind of ruined my senior season, but that was my first broken bone.
My first broken bone was never. Yeah, so I've never broken a bone, knock on wood.
Speaking of broken bones, this did not happen like accidentally. This was something I did on purpose, just so they know.
Your shoulder?
Yeah, like this is something I needed to get.
Yeah, it's not broken. You'll post your video.
Yeah, I'm gonna post. I'm just gonna say, just in case you guys are wondering, this isn't because of an accident. This was purposely done.
I mean, not purposely.
Well, no, it happened a while back.
Right.
I finally fixed it.
Yeah. What was your first piercing?
My ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got them pierced at Claire's in the mall.
Like everyone's were their ears.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell them what else you had pierced?
When I was 17, I got my tongue pierced, but it was terrible. I got pierced for like a month. He
had it pierced with like that spiky John Gotti hair too. It was like.
Oh, it was terrible. Well, you go through those phases, you know. I swear, I was eating salad and I bit it by accident, and I still have the chip in my tooth right here.
I had like a million ear piercings. My cartilage done on like each ear like 5 times. It never healed because I have the most sensitive skin. I got my belly button pierced the day I turned 14. When was your first detention?
First detention?
Yeah.
Like for school?
Yeah.
Actually, no. I guess I got detention for hugging a girl in 7th grade. Actually, right? Isn't that crazy? I got in trouble for hugging a girl in 7th grade in my locker. Brought down to the office with that girl. At the time, she was my crush. We both sat there. I was so embarrassed because I was getting in trouble. Plus, I was like, this was the girl I liked, you know what I mean? And we got in trouble. And I think I'm pretty sure I had to stay in school suspension. I don't know if that's the same thing as like.
For hugging?
Ridiculous.
My first detention, I actually got detention one time in my life, and it was like junior year of high school. She was one of my best friends at the time. I found out that she was hooking up with Mike, my first ever boyfriend. We had just broken up, and I found out that they were hooking up. So I went up to her in lunch, and I remember I was like sweating because I was just fuming, and I went up to her and I just started screaming at her, and I really wanted to hit her. I didn't hit her, but someone came up and like separated us, and we both got detention. So that was the only time I ever got detention.
But she at least got a hit in.
Believe me, I don't think I've ever been that mad like up until that point. I was just like, I walked up to her and I was like, ah! I like went crazy, but I didn't hit her. I didn't have time. Like, someone came up so quickly because I was literally screaming. That was like probably the maddest I've ever been. What was the first lesson you ever took? I don't know what that means.
Like learning your lesson?
Like, I guess.
I drove a parked van into a river once.
Yes, tell them the story.
So my dad worked behind like a pond. He used to make cabinets for Micah, like would install your kitchen, you know, a wall unit for your den for your TV, all that. I remember I was a little kid. I was always intrigued with things I didn't understand. So I was in this, I guess this van, and the back doors were open. Nothing was in the van, but it was facing a pond in the back, like, of his work. And I just pulled the thing. I guess the keys were in the ignition. I pulled the thing. I'm like, oh, what's this? And then it just started moving. And I'm like, oh God, I didn't know what to do. So I ran out the back of the van, and the van went into this pond, and it killed the van.
Literally into the pond.
Yeah.
Just right into it.
And I got in a lot of trouble. But I was a young kid, so they didn't like...
How old? You were really young, right? Like, how old were you?
I don't know, probably like 6 or 7. Yeah.
What life lesson did you learn?
When you don't know something or don't know what something is, don't mess with that thing. You know, if you don't know anything about the thing, whatever it is, don't mess with the thing.
Don't mess with the thing.
Think before you do something. That was my first lesson.
God, I don't have anything good like that. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is really a lesson. When we were younger, my dad, I didn't know how to ride a bike yet, so my dad put like another bike seat in front of his, so I would always like sit in the front of his bike, and I always had to like keep my feet up like this, and while he was riding, and one time I put my foot down because I was like uncomfortable, and my foot got stuck in like the chain part of the bike, and I had like a cut all the way up my leg, and I remember that was like one of my first ever vivid memories of me just like freaking out, and I don't know what that is. Listen to what you're told.
Yeah.
Don't put your foot in the bicycle chain. Maybe that's the lesson. And last but not least, who was the first beauty-related person you watched on YouTube? You know, these questions like are not that great.
I know, we need to redo these questions. What we should have done is we should have asked them 15 questions they want to know about our
Well, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna Snapchat and ask people to ask us questions. We're not answering any more of these stupid questions, so let's see. How do I set it so people can send me settings? Hi guys, so me and Brett are filming a video and we didn't really like the questions that we were answering, so video us questions right now, but only videos, no pictures, and we're gonna answer some of them on camera.
Where is your dream vacation spot?
Oh, that's a good question.
Where is our dream vacation
Who was that from?
spot?
Read it.
That was
Charlotte?
from, no, that
Oh,
was
that's
from
from-
M. Clitchfield.
Thanks, Mrs. Clitchfield.
Where is our favorite vacation spot? Bora Bora.
Bora Bora, but at the same time we want to go to...
Fiji.
No, we want to go to Cabo back.
Oh, Cabo.
Yeah, so that's where we want to go, but as far as where we've been, I would say Mexico. Where were we?
Playa del Carmen
Playa del
was
Carmen was
unreal.
beautiful.
Okay, Charlotte B.
Do you regret like anything that you've done together or like separately, like anything ever that you regret? I love you guys so much.
Oh, Charlotte.
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 Is there anything we regret doing?
I would say I regret buying or renting from this place that we're at right now.
Why?
I mean,
It was to get us out of the last place. It was like a stepping stone. We're looking for a new place right now.
I regret letting
So-
her buy so many clothes.
You don't have a say over how many clothes.
No serious
No, I
regrets,
know.
though.
What do
That's
I
a good
regret?
question, though.
Yeah.
Thanks, Charlotte.
I
But-
feel like you can't regret anything because it all brought us to this point right here.
Yeah, so
Kinda
you know,
cliche
even
answer.
things that you're like ashamed of doing, it's like you learn from those things.
This is from HLE.MCD.
When did you guys fall in love?
How cute is she?
It looked like it was nighttime there.
Yeah, it could be. When did we fall in love?
I fell in love with her probably, I know it's gonna sound really creepy. Not really creepy, but I didn't really fall in love, but I always like looked at her when I was a little kid and I was like, this girl's gonna be so cute when she grows older, or she's gonna be so hot, or whatever. I always just,
But you
she's
didn't
always
love
like in the
me.
back, no, I didn't love you. You're always like in the back of my mind. And then I really fell in love with you, I think, probably when we went to LA with me, you, Sam, and Dave, because I learned more about how she felt about me, because at first I was kind of unsure, and then I realized with my actions, what I was doing, the way she was feeling, it dictated that she really does love me, or like me at the time, and I was just like, at the time I was just like, this is an amazing thing. Like, I can't believe that she even loves me after all the crap that we went through and whatever. And then I asked her out, like you know, formally, because we were even, you know, be my girlfriend, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew, I was like, you know, I fucking love this girl. Are you kidding me? Like, I would kill for this girl, so.
I loved him the second he texted me. I remember like getting butterflies. I was like, oh my god, he likes me. I just always like loved like the idea of him. I didn't really know him until we actually really started dating this time around. Like I feel like I loved your appearance, which
I feel like we all.
yeah, which was where it started. Yeah. But like I always say to myself, like 16-year-old Carly would never believe that she ended up with Brett Caprioni. And the best part about it is like once I found out who he really was and his personality, I was just like, I just feel like the luckiest girl alive. Like they don't make them like you. Like you're just such a big giant muffin in this gorgeous little body. So
honestly though, I feel the same way about you. It was the first time I felt like I didn't have to play any games. You know what I mean? It's like so many girls come off like playing all these games and all these psychological things, and she was just like, babe, she's like, I love you. And I remember feeling like I don't have to worry about things I do anymore or how she feels about me because I know she really does.
You can't do anything now that'll make me not love you.
Right, so it's like...
But the first date, if you farted on me, I probably would have been grossed out, but it didn't matter.
Still would have loved me though.
Alright, should we go to the next one? This is from Gab_Gasoso.
Hi, I was just wondering if you guys are ever planning on getting married. And by the way, I love you.
We love you.
Yes, we're planning.
Yes, we're getting married. Ex Stace Lynn.
Hey Carly, I love you. If you guys could travel one place together, where would you love to go?
Oh, it sounds like the same question.
I honestly can't handle you guys. Like, I just love you. We kind of answered that already. Somewhere, like, I want to be on a hut with nothing around besides water, like crystal clear water.
Honestly though, I'm not just saying this. I want to go somewhere poor, like a third world country, and I just want to go somewhere and maybe help people for like a day. That'd be a really cool thing because that'd help me feel better about myself and all the things I've taken from this world. You want to do that type of stuff and give back. That's just something I've always wanted to do, and I'm not just saying it because we're on camera. I just really love to do that.
You know, when I was talking to my dad the other day, and I was telling him about the Trees for Change giveaway that I was doing, he was like, you know, the one thing that always sticks out to me about you is like whenever we would go on our cruise ships, like in some islands we'd get off and we wouldn't go do touristy stuff. Like we'd take some like cereal boxes and stuff from the cruise, we'd put it in our bags and we'd go around and just like pass them out to little people. He's like, that's what I vividly remember. Like instead of doing like fun activities, like you would be the first person running around like handing out like food to people and stuff. So
it's in your heart.
I just love to help people. Okay, next, Katie Ann Rod.
Hi Carly and Brett, I have a question for you, Brett. Are you ever going to propose to Carly? Because we are all waiting for the day. You guys are literally goals. Love y'all.
Cries.
You and about every other person in my life is waiting.
One day! Katie Audette.
What is your favorite thing to do together, and what do you guys love about each other the most?
Katie, you definitely work at an auto shop and you're the best for doing that. So thank you for putting up with whatever assholes that work at that shop with you.
What's our favorite thing to do together?
New experiences, definitely. Like going somewhere that we've never been before and then like looking back on that, that's like, I think that's something we love to do a lot. We love to like look back on things and reminisce and stuff like that, but new experiences, it's definitely something I love,
Like traveling
and
and stuff. Crazy in Love too. Oh my god,
Can't replay.
Why can't I replay
Because
it?
you already replayed.
Crazy in Love. I'll tell her. I didn't get to watch.
Carly and Brett, how do you guys deal with so much hate on social media? Because you guys are like the cutest couple ever.
Aw.
From Santa Ana, California.
Yeah, Edith03.
How do we deal with what, the hate?
With hate. To be honest, I feel like there hasn't been a lot of hate lately, which is really nice. I feel like my page is just filled with love and positivity, but just delete and block the haters because it doesn't matter what they say.
I have something to add because I don't think, sometimes deleting and blocking isn't the way to go, in my opinion. I think it's better to take an approach like more or less not really acknowledging that, because if you delete or block them, they'll kind of think that you acknowledged it. So it really depends on the situation, but also if someone's hating on anything we're doing, like we're not doing anything that's gonna make anybody like purposely hate us for a real reason, so we know that it's all BS. So it's easy to just be like, whatever, this is just comes with the territory, it's normal. Once you can master the thought of not really caring what people have to say, because you know that the real people out there who admire you are real and they never would do something or say something like that, then you'd be alright. So if there's something in your life like that happening, just use it as fuel. Use it as inspiration to be a better version of yourself.
That's a better answer.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
true.
it's
It's just once you're confident in yourself and you know everything that they're saying is just pure nonsense.
Sometimes you have to delete and block people if
Right,
they're being
right.
obnoxious or
if they're like
saying something
attacking
that's-
who you are as a person, but like anything they're trying to
Depends.
say about you, you should know that you're better than that and that you're not any of those things they're calling you. Sherman012.
Hey, sorry I look really rusty right now. I just came back from volleyball. But my question is, was your love at first sight?
You don't look ratchet.
I know, it's
Seems like you got a good workout in.
For me it was.
Yeah, I mean,
For him?
I don't know. The first time I saw her, she was like 6.
I know.
So it wasn't love at first sight because I kind of was like not thinking love when I first saw her, but yeah, eventually it became love, so.
Yeah. Maria_Con12345.
Hi, Carly. We love you.
Yeah, I love you.
Our question is, what is your favorite animal?
Girl! What's my favorite animal?
Oh, is it an animal? Or
Penguin!
is that an animal? Or is
Is a penguin an animal?
I don't know.
Of course it is. So a
Penguins are
penguin.
Hey, Carly and Brett, how can I make a long-distance relationship work?
Cat Blanca wants to know how to make a long distance relationship work. Communication.
Communication
is
with
like
technology
number
is
one.
definitely on your side.
Yeah, you
No.
can see each other like through FaceTime.
You can literally track somebody now too. Like you could see,
Where
seriously, you
someone
can see where they
is
are if
on
they have their
Facebook, right?
location on. So I think it's so much easier to do that now than it was, like 5 or 10 years
Yeah.
ago. You just got to make sure that person's down for you, and then you got to be able to trust them out of your sight. That's really the only thing. And just realize words are very easy to say. It's actions that show you the real person.
Pretty personal, but my question is, what was the hardest thing you guys ever had to overcome in a relationship?
Nicole Gioia.
Probably outside drama, like people trying to break us up and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people spread rumors and like say things
Yeah.
to kind of like get us to break up. People who think what's best for her that isn't her, or vice versa. I guess dealing with the social media aspect of it all as opposed to real life, and making sure that nothing can distract us from being, social media doesn't distract us, or anybody else doesn't distract us from really, caring about each other and being in a good relationship and healthy and all that stuff. Because, there's all that stuff online where people are like, it might look like it's a good relationship, but it's all for facade or it's all for fun, but that's not us, because we're really not any different on social media than we are like when we're not recording or.
Yeah, except that 90% of the time we don't look as good as we do on social media.
For me,
That's like the
I
biggest
kinda-
thing.
Well, my question really isn't for you both, but it's for just you, Carly. When do you think you will ever come to Toronto, Ontario, Canada?
Amber Leslie, when am I coming to Toronto or Canada? Hopefully really soon. It's only like an hour plane ride. Did you know that?
She got so excited.
What?
Hopefully really soon.
Really soon? I honestly love Canada, so.
Hey, Carly and Brett. Love y'all so much.
Love you.
My question is, if you weren't doing YouTube, what would you be doing
That's a good
right now?
That was a good question.
Good
That was
question.
from Caroline P23.
Caroline P23.
What would you be doing? You want to go first?
If it wasn't on YouTube,
Let's get short and sweet.
yeah, I'd probably be. I was modeling when we first. I was like trying to like the actor thing, and I was going to like acting classes and stuff. So I probably just would have pursued that.
It's really hard. I mean, I'd probably still be freelancing, which I do miss doing. I always said though I wanted to work with penguins somewhere, just like work at like an
Just
aquarium
an
and get to exactly like the movie Good Luck Chuck. Like that would be me.
What's the key to a happy, healthy relationship?
Good eyebrows.
Nina V. That's the key.
Yeah,
Love and respect and
Definitely respect.
respect.
Definitely respect.
Communication.
Sacrifice. Selflessness. It's true. The most I would say is respect, because if you don't respect the other person, then it all falls apart.
Yeah.
Hey, Carly, I'm not being used right now.
Oh.
But I love you so much. And what was one thing that inspired you to continue to love you?
Continue to do YouTube. Was that what
Yeah.
you said? That was from XXNouf NOUFXX. Noof. What was the one thing that inspired me to keep doing YouTube? Obviously all of you guys. Like you're like the number one besides you, like the number one source of happiness,
I'm okay.
I swear.
I'm okay
like,
with sharing it, guys.
yeah.
Because you bring me happiness too. So.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
Like it's just so cool.
Can you please tell me
What foundation you're using at the moment?
That was from Layla Hassan. The foundation I used today was the new Ultra HD Makeup Forever foundation.
This isn't a question, but I just want to let you know, Carly, that I watched your Draw My Life video, and I was so inspired to do YouTube videos after that, and you were my true inspiration behind my YouTube channel.
Cordono 25! Oh my god, I have a tear. That was freaking
awesome.
sweet. I want to send him something back.
Yeah.
You just made my day! I love you!
My question is for Brett. What is your favorite makeup look on Carly? By the way, I love you both.
Aw. So that was from Iris_Paz6. What's your favorite makeup look on me?
Look. Honestly, the one you just posted with the red lips.
Which
That's
one?
my favorite one.
Which one?
You took it in the car?
With the black and white stripe?
Yeah.
You like me with some red lips?
Yeah, I think it just shows like, I don't know, I feel like it's not you. Like this Carly is
Oh,
like...
it's not me, so you like it?
No, you know what I'm trying to say. It's just you don't do it a lot, so it's like a different look that I don't really see a lot, and it's just, I like it because it's like fiery.
Sexy.
It used to just be like no makeup, but that's the cheesy answer. And obviously no makeup is my favorite, but if I had to pick a look, definitely the white with the red lip.
Hi, Carly and Brett. My question is, do you think you guys will be living in New Jersey forever, or would you like to live someplace else? Love you guys.
I know, that's S. Walsh. I'm pretty sure she used to work with Danny. Hi!
Really?
Yeah, I'll let him answer it because I know my answer.
I don't want to stay here, but
We're staying here.
I don't
Our whole family's
I
here.
don't know if we're staying here. Like, you don't know that. I can't really answer that because I have no idea. If something came up, an opportunity to move, to make more money, or, I mean, you know, things change, so. Right now, yeah, we're going to probably try to buy a house here.
I was wondering how you guys and Nicole and Jeremy met and how long you've been friends for.
We should end with that one.
She asked how we met Nicole and Jeremy. I met Nicole 3 years ago in Las Vegas, actually. We were doing this like random beauty event and we met out there, and me, her, and Steph, SMLXO, we were like together the entire weekend, so we got really close. And then it wasn't until after IMATS over a year ago in New York City, we all had a Sigma dinner, and me and Nicole were hanging out, and then that's when Brett and Jeremy met, and they like clicked instantly. So we've just kind of been really close ever since then. So that's really it. I feel like this video is gonna be so long, so that's it for questions. But that was actually so much fun getting to hear you guys send me questions via Snapchat. So maybe we'll do like a full Q&A on Snapchat at a later date. Yeah.
I wish we we had known beforehand.
Yeah, the questions kind of were a little lame, but again, we didn't look at them beforehand, so I'll probably skip out a couple of them and add
Keep
in
a couple in.
Yeah. But, alright guys, so that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, baby, for coming in, even though you're injured. I love you. And we'll see you guys later. Come on. Just do it.